Hello, hello. Are you ready for a cosmic whirlwind? Because Mercury is headed into Gemini and we have an upcoming Gemini new moon, making communication the star of the show. Get ready to explore new horizons, express yourself with clarity, and seize the opportunities brought by the cosmic synergy as we red pill this astrology, sis. Yeah. All right, let's do our quick hit, get that out of the way, and then we'll get straight to the astrology. So, do you want to talk about
Yeah.
that thing up there?
Red Pill Astrology, our big fun thing that we do right now is the daily dose. And it's so exciting because in this, you're going to get the ingresses and the stations and all that, but you're not going to get what happens every single aspect, every single day. So if you want that, if you want more astrology straight to your inbox, or actually it's to your WhatsApp, it's in a private fun community.
Yep.
Then you want to join. You get two perspectives, two totally different mindsets. We do have Gemini energies in both of us, so we will be activated. We're fun anyway, but yeah, so either for 3 months you get it for 111, but if you want to just take a test ride, month to month, $44. This link is in the description, or send us a message on Instagram, and we'll be happy to help.
Yes, we will. And then that leads us to our last quick hit we got before we can move on to the astrology. Woohoo! Look at the merch.
Yes.
We got Red Pill Astrology merch. This is the daily dose. And then you can mirror that with awesome coffee cups. So we have Red Pill Astrology Daily Dose. We got coffee mugs. We're both coffee drinkers. I love a good mug. I love a good mug. Y'all, my husband made me this whole, I'll have to take a picture and put it in the daily dose. He made me this whole cup holder. So that way all of my merchandise, all the merch cup holders, it's going to be so good. He made it when I was out. I didn't, because I just recalled it right now at this very exact moment. And yeah, so you can get it there. Again, that will also be in this description box, but it is habitualsages.live/merch. All right, let's hide that. And what do we got? Oh my. Okay, so between the 11th and 20th of June, there are only two dates, but there are 4 things that happen. So in 2 dates, these massive energies happen. The first one happens on June 11th, where we have Pluto retrograde is going to ingress back into Capricorn. On the same day, Mercury heads his ass into Gemini, and I'm really excited about that. And then on the 17th, we have this beautiful Gemini new moon. And right before that Gemini new moon, Saturn stations retrograde in Pisces. So really 2 dynamic days within this week, 10 days here. So let's start out with this. There's not a lot that needs to be said if you have been alive in the last, 3 years. There's just not a lot that needs to be said.
Well, beyond that, but
I mean, 2008 really, but in the last 3 years, this last decan, because that's where Pluto's going back to. So he will retrograde all the way back to 27 degrees, 53 minutes, which is where he will station direct on October 11th. So we've got June to October, this nice big time frame. I do love that there's synergy though. He goes in on an 11, he comes out on an 11. So that's a portal right there. There's portal energy within this. So again, this was the term that I put down. I was like, okay, here we crumble down. Here we go. Pluto, the more and more that we learn about Pluto, the more and more that I get more intimate with Pluto, he just digs some shit up and does not stop and doesn't give 2 fucks. There is no fucks given. There are no fucks given about your feelings.
He knows what's best for you.
He really does.
It's like yes, it's hard. Yes, it's lessons, but it's purposeful.
Exactly. And why am I fighting it? Why? That's my biggest question whenever, you kind of start getting in and you're getting to that tension point where you don't want to do stuff. And why am I fighting my power?
Why am I fighting my soul's growth?
Right. Why am I fighting this crumble? Why am I fighting the letting go? Why am I all of it is for my, and that's the thing. It's like you can logically say and like, okay, it's all for us. And I get when you go through things, that's very challenging to maintain. But when you go back to Pluto, it's for your highest purpose. He wants nothing but to give you your highest power. Whatever
Yeah.
power is for you, that's his gift.
Yeah.
But you got to go through a lot of shit to get it.
Yeah. I mean, he wants you to fully experience what it is to be alive.
Yeah.
And it's through those towers. It's through the death. It's through the deaths of yourself and your mindsets and your thought processes. And, when in Capricorn, it's self-mastery really. And it's also your work. Getting very honed in on your work. I mean, I've been having the South Node in my 10th house, and then that's going to end. And then he's just going to be squaring at my 10th house for, we get really comfy. And this is my 10th house is 0 degree Scorpio. And it's like, we're
just going to get cozy up in there.
Like, learn to, it's inevitable. Like, so the fighting does nothing more but create it to even look, again, perceived to be more than what it is because of how you're putting your energy. And it's going to show you like, well, if this isn't working, what like, does it need to crumble all the way down? Does it have like, what is the like, how much is crumbling away, or is it just pieces falling away, or shifts just happening, and really just find stillness, because this is summer of retrogrades. It happens every year, guys.
Yep. Yes, it does.
Build and build and build. There's going to be more. And so you're going to be in the eye of the storm no matter what. So fucking sit still.
Yeah. I mean, so I don't know why, but I cannot get Egypt out of my mind right now. Two things with that. You just said the eye of the storm. When a haboob happens in the desert, you don't fucking continue to walk. You literally see it coming and you pack in. You get your camel down, you get your horse down, you cover yourselves, you like there's a process, right? Like there's things that you do. So talking about the eye of the storm, but I kept seeing the river Styx, and I kept like thinking about, right? Because Pluto, Hades, and even before that, like underworld, right? So as you have to go on the river Styx to get to the end, right? Like that's that part of that journey. Why are you going to be up in that boat poking holes in it?
Yeah.
Why would you do that? Right? Like I get that you may not want to go down the river Styx. You may not have been ready. You may not have blah, 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 all the things.
Yeah.
Oh, I had so much still left to do. That's okay. But poking holes in the boat to think that it's going to slow your journey down.
Right.
Joke's on you.
Yeah.
Like joke's on you. You can't mess with the magical powers of the universe. Like it just, they're going to win at the end of the day.
Yep.
So,
okay.
Really
use this to just refine that area of your chart.
Exactly.
He's revisiting there because something's not solid. And
it's not, we've got 2 more times after this. I had to like think. So it's not that it's not even just solid. Like this is building the cake. It's like the cake batter is going into the pan. And then the next time it's the pan's got to go into the oven. And then finally you got your cake that's baked, right? Like it's a 3-step process here. So I'm really hearing this as like, how can you take all that you've learned and actively do it, like actively put it out into the world, actively show your power and your mastery. So if you've been working for example, myself, I've been working on my communication. I've been working on how I show up in a communicative area, my feelings, all of those things. It's almost like during this ingress back into Capricorn, that time he's going to be there with all the other things happening. There's going to be plenty of opportunity to prove and to show and to congratulate yourself and to continue to grow in that mastery in that journey.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm getting the message integrate. Integrate.
I love it.
This is for. Yeah. All right. Let's go.
Mercury
in Gemini. So we were talking before we got on here. He's only going to be in here for 15 days, guys.
Okay, I'm still gonna do my like happy dance, like hallelujah.
What I said, he's like so excited to get out of Taurus.
Oh
like,
my God.
And he's just gonna fly all the way across and then dive into the pool and just like whoosh.
Yeah.
Cannonball. And like,
yep.
Oh fuck. Like he didn't even know the water was there. He thought he was just flying. And so quick, this is a lot of fast information coming. This is, Mercury in his home sign just like taking off
in Gemini season, which happens often, but still.
Yeah. It's download central for these 10 days while they're together,
I wrote down Adderall. This is literally like being on Adderall.
Yeah.
Like,
and communication being super fast, like downloads coming in out of your mouth. All this, like, what did you just say? I'm like, I have no fucking idea. You need to take notes.
You should have been typing faster. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know what to tell you. Was it recorded?
I don't know what to tell you at all. There's a lot of like playful energy too. This can be a really playful time, especially we have the Gemini full moon or new moon, as well. Really a good time for versatility, finding versatility in things. So if you do have, especially as Mercury's been in Taurus and all of the Taurian things going on, if you have problems, write them down and then get them answered while Mercury is in Gemini, right? So if you're working on something and you're like, I just can't figure out X, wait until Mercury's in Gemini, and then you might be able to find different ways, or you got something and you aren't sure what to do with it. Wait till Mercury's in Gemini. He'll tell you what to do with it. He'll tell you where it goes, and it will be in ways that you weren't expecting.
Yeah, you'll likely be able to get more assistance as well.
Yes.
Like you'll be able, because the communication is going to come out in a way that's received, and you're going to have more clarity as you are communicating it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there obviously, with all of it, anxiety, overwhelm, and overwork. Like those are very, very common when Mercury's in Gemini, because it is so fast. It is key. It's like go, 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 go. But again, don't get that overwhelm will lead to the anxiety, will lead you to try to do more than what it is. It's a really great time to own your Jupiter in Taurus, wherever that is in your chart. Get grounded, clear the mind, allow Taurus to give you that really large scale grounding.
Yeah.
And whatever again, if you haven't been working on your habits, hopefully you have, because this can be those habits of, again, journaling to get it out. Grounding yourself outside, grounding yourself with meditation, grounding yourself with a yoga practice or something like that. Just allowing things to find a space to just pause for one hot minute, to just let things come down.
Yeah, and be aware of how much information you're intaking. You're likely going to want to take in a lot of information, but can you actually store it and use it and apply it?
Yes. And that is going to bring us to our Gemini new moon. Will happen on 6/17, 11:37 p.m. Central, 9:37 for those out on the West Coast. And it's going to be at 26 degrees, 43 minutes. So let me get this off first and let me bring on, look, second time. Now we're moving. We're getting the good things going. Let's see if, we are still heavy Gemini. Let's see if this works better now. We want some air. All right. Tell me what
Sun
you'd
and
like.
the
I
moon.
see a
Sun and
kite.
the moon.
Is down here. Here is the sign of Gemini.
Yep. So you want to take a look and see where this area is in your chart. This is where you're starting new things, likely having new information coming in, new communication coming in, new prospects of some sort. Also could be coming in and available. I mean, look at the nodes inching closer and
Just
closer,
so close.
closer.
Here, we'll put them in green.
1 degrees.
Oh, no. Right there. That's what we're doing. We're just going to leave it right like that. This is where they're at. They're at 1 degree.
Yeah, 17 minutes. I mean, and all right. So let's go to Mercury. He's also in Gemini. And that is applying a lovely sextile to Venus, giving her some support, you know, as she's approaching or trying to catch up to Mars. And really like this is, you know, how can I support you? Like, you know, when like and giving that information over to Mars, whatever's needed in that space, you know, and kind of see what is moving through you. Another thing to be aware of in this Gemini energy, Mars was here for some time.
Yes.
So like
a lot of time.
Yeah. So kind of just like reflect back in this full moon. If there.
Oh, did we lose your audio? Oh, I think we are frozen. There you are. You're back. Oh, I can't hear your audio though.
Can you hear me? There
we go. Yes, I can. Still talking about Mercury. Mercury
Yeah.
is currently still retrograde at the time that we are, or not retrograde, but in his shadow at the time we are recording this.
Yes. So, but yeah, and then let's
which one do you want to talk about first?
Where do you want to go?
I want to talk about we're going to talk about these squares. So in Gemini, there are squares that occur with the sign of Pisces, right? So we've got 2 of them in this, and one is with the moon, which this is the moon's chart. So this is a square to Neptune. And then the ruler of this chart, which we talked about was Mercury, is squaring Saturn, which is now retrograde and literally just went retrograde. So there's these 2 kind of dynamic touch points that are very, very different, right? Like here's Neptune in his home sign. Neptune's very, very comfortable in Pisces. And then here's Saturn, and Saturn just got into this sign. I don't even really, at least for me, I haven't really even figured out Saturn in Pisces yet. Like there's been a lot of other things going on, and Saturn in Pisces really hasn't showed himself yet, in my opinion. There's some things that I've got. There's a couple little things, but it hasn't been prominent. Like you knew when Saturn was in Aquarius. You fucking knew when Saturn was in Capricorn. Now it's been a little tempered a little bit. So there are these, like they're starting to get these little like little things coming up. Mercury is now like, hey, we're getting the vibes now, right?
Yeah, and I think as well there's you know, there is some seriousness here. Again, your conversations that you're having, like, and this, since it is the new moon now, maybe this is going to actually be building something new. And with Saturn being retrograde, it's something to be looking at. It's really something to be paying attention to. Communication possibly with your higher self, with this Neptune square involved as well. You know, a great day again to meditate, to clear the mind. explore some things that to help expand the mind.
Just bringing in all of that info, because that might be, you talked about information coming in, or there's something to watch. I don't necessarily, especially this being a new moon, it's dark. I don't think that there's something to watch in reality. I think there's something to watch in the darkness.
And then Jupiter is over here sextiling Saturn as well.
Yeah,
so
this is Jupiter, and this is the sextile to Saturn right here.
Yeah.
There's a lot about like what information. So one of the things with this Neptune, so Neptune has been in Pisces for quite a while, and there's always squares that happen as Neptune, has been traveling through each of these degree points in Pisces. Every year when the sun and the moon come to this new moon, they're hitting some sort of square, whether it's close or whether it's far away, right? There's some sort of energy here. And there was an actual square back in 2001, which was an eclipse, by the way, at that time. So this could be like, there has been a shit ton that has changed in our knowledge base since 2021, even 2020, right? There has been many things that have changed. Your knowledge may have changed, your insights may have changed, your belief systems may have changed. And so now it's almost like coming back to go, what information do you believe and how has that changed over time? And now what are you going to do with it? And is there more to it? Which is where that kind of higher, right? That higher realm could come in to be like, you ain't seen nothing yet. Just wait.
Yeah.
It's like, there's a lot, like, this is such beautiful, like, conspiracy theory energy, which of course we know has been right for years now, right?
We're
like
batting 1,000.
Look, we have one bingo at this point. So this does have still more signature of like conspiracy theory to it to me. It's like altered reality. What's the altered reality here? And again, then what do you do with that? And those answers, whether that's something that comes to you, or if you're seeking those answers, they may not come in a state of like just being on the earth, right? You're human being. It may not come there. It may come in these altered realities like astral travel, dreaming, all of the other goodies that you can think about, pick up what I'm putting down over here.
Right. No, I love it.
Are we good there? I can give you my question that I had around this moon. Yeah. I didn't have a word and I didn't have a phrase, but I did have a question, which was, what have you learned about how you think when you don't have all the information? That was my question. So that's like going to be my meditative question around this moon.
I love that. Beautiful.
All right. Thank ya. Let's talk about this beast, which we just highlighted, Saturn retrograde, again, just before that moon in Pisces. Let me give the breakdown. It's going to be 139 days. It's going to start at 7 degrees, 13 minutes. And then on November 4th, we'll station direct at 0 degrees, 0 degrees. It is the year of 0 degrees. It's just the year of 0 degrees. That's where we're at. So 139 days.
He's not going back into Aquarius.
I am like blessings on blessings.
Yeah.
For sure. But it is this moment of like, we get to do it all over again. And that's why I'm wondering if, talking through like, I don't necessarily know if I've seen what Saturn and Pisces is going to be. And it's like, this is that okay, we're just going to go ahead and back. We're just going to reset all this shit. We just going to do it all over again. Now that I'm here, now that I get it, I had to take, he like had to hermit, right? Like he had to go into the cave, like Jesus in the cave, right? He had to go into the cave and he had to sit and meditate and boom, here we are. Is that 40 days? Am I maybe,
It's
yeah,
40,
40 days?
not 140.
Well, I know that, but I mean like 40 days later. I was just
Yeah.
making sure I had the analogy
Well,
right.
the cave wasn't, he went into the desert. The cave was 3.
Oh,
He got
okay. Well, see, there
resurrected
we
on
go.
the 3rd. Yeah.
Okay. See,
It's
this is it's look, learning. I obviously need to read more. But yeah, there's just
Bible is
this
a great
like
book.
it's just like this. We get to do it over again. Let's go
Great
again. What are we
story.
doing? It's a great story. What do you have
Yeah.
for Saturn retrograde?
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's something that we have to redo and also something that he needs to redo in this area of our chart. There's a renovation, there's a let me check in on these foundations, like what's faulty, where's the cracks. Let me go over them one more time to, like, I'm getting the, like, he almost wants to see, he almost wants the crack, not almost, he wants the cracks to be totally exposed.
Mm-hmm.
He wants the dam to be totally flooded, just to like see where, like, I don't know. Let's move some things. Like, it can't. I feel like there's like, but it's also going to give you like that pause energy, reflect, really let yourself, that spiritual energy, the spiritual connection. Who are you since Saturn has entered into Pisces? I mean, you might not be able to really see what he's done yet, but he's been doing something enough for him to be like, hold on, I missed something.
I need to go
I
back.
have to go back.
And maybe, and again, everything happens in the 5D before it happens on the 3D. And maybe that's what he's doing, right? He's working up here. Of course, you ain't going to see that. You don't have insight into that yet because it's still being worked on. I did get air out your closet. Like, this is one of those retrograde moments where like get that closet. Look, we all got skeletons in the closet.
Yeah.
Like, get air out your closet. It letting go of that past, moving beyond it. Where is your fear still keeping you stuck? And just the observer, like maybe this is a great time. And obviously also always speaking to myself too, of like rereading Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now, becoming the observer, something like that. Or even just what's the one where he goes out into the desert?
Alchemist.
Yes, thank you. Right away, you knew.
He goes to Egypt.
He does go to Egypt. Egypt's been coming up on this one. I did have a quote which I thought was really cool from Isabel Hickey's book.
Wait, I have something. Are we done? Are you?
I was just going to quote something for Saturn retrograde and Pisces. Do you have something you want to do first?
Do it first. The end? Okay.
Yeah, we'll leave the quote for the end. Go ahead.
Okay. So also, I feel since he's doing this before the nodes shift, this is another opportunity. What do you got to let go of? What's not coming with you before you move into your journey of self-actualization when the North Node moves into Aries? Like, there's like karmic completion energy, especially with this, like, values. Let it go. Let it be. Give thanks, give gratitude, appreciation for what was, and appreciation that you actually are not in need of that anymore. Like, see how much you've grown, trust yourself, like, let yourself move into this, like, I've got me. Like, I am divinely supported. I feel like actually this is what, Saturn and Pisces is going to be doing, divine support. Because it's like that container. Like, he is the container within that he's like holding this in. So he's actually giving Pisces what it really actually needs. And it just...
Which is a container and a safe space to be Pisces. Ooh, that's beautiful. I love it. All right. Isabel Hickey, Astrology, a Cosmic Science. This is from her book. And I looked up like Saturn in Pisces. And I loved this little quote: test is one of severance. Let go and let God. Pisces rules the feet, symbol of understanding.
I have let go and you let go on my back. That's the second time in 1 week that someone has said that. I was like, I need to make a post.
There we go. Post it is. All right, that is it. Let me hide this. Let me pop this one on instead. Make sure that you subscribe, turn on alerts, like, and share. You can find us on all the socials. We've got the Twitter, we've got the Instagram, and then obviously here on YouTube. But please make sure you subscribe. We are looking to grow this channel, and yeah, just getting all the things out there. And then obviously, always, this is where you want to be, the Daily Dose. So make sure you head over there, check it out. Again, only $44 if you want to check it out for a month, or if you like to save a little money, $111 for 3. All right, we will see you next time, 21st through the 30th. Woohoo! All right, bye.